Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is George. I'm here with Franco. This is our pre-market analysis for Wednesday, June 29th, 2022. Let's go ahead and get right into it. In the news today, so starting at 9 a.m., we have three central bank heads from the Bank of England, Powell speaking, and Lagarde. They're at a European Central Bank Forum in Portugal. So something to be aware of. They'll be speaking, I guess, throughout the morning, and not that we're going to be really able to track it, but they can certainly start to make some statements about hawkishness or dovishness that will certainly affect the market. We also have OPEC meetings all day. We did have some news at 8:30. GDP quarter over quarter adjusted, and it got adjusted to worse than was previously forecast. So negative 1.6 GDP quarter over quarter. We get another one of those, and that is officially a recession.
Yeah, technically.
So we'll see what the next one brings. Can't imagine it's going to be much better than that, though. We have crude oil inventories at I've never seen this like this.
What?
It's not giving a time. It's just saying June 17th crude oil inventories.
Let me check.
It's normally 10 a.m.
10:30
or 10:30.
Yeah.
And then we have Bullard speaking and Lagarde speaking as well. But that's the major news on the day, is going to be the central bank heads speaking. Looking on later in the week, PCE price index tomorrow, month over month, and unemployment claims. And then on Friday, bank holiday for Canada, but PMI. So a couple of news events later on in the week, but the major stuff going on today is going to be the OPEC meetings and then the central bank head speaking. If we go ahead and look at what's been going on overnight, very flat. We had a large move down yesterday. Most markets, most indexes made a false breakout to the upside in the first 30 minutes at the open, and then straight down from there. And then since then we've been flat in the overnight session. We've got gold futures shooting up. There are some sanctions against Russia, who's a major producer or a miner of gold, and they put some restrictions on Russian gold, so price you can expect to go up there. Dollar's been kind of flat. It shot up yesterday. It's up on yesterday's close, but is also somewhat flat, but showing some signs of bullishness, considering it's been sitting above basically yesterday's high in the entire overnight. And we have crude shot up a couple percent yesterday, I believe, and has already shot up about 1.5% already. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the charts. We're going to start off with the MES. We're going to go to the weekly. Again, my higher time frame has been bearish. It's been bearish for a while. We're creating lower highs and lower lows. We did have a retracement last week, which if we go to the daily chart, pulled back to the 50% retracement. I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't take a trade yesterday. Set up quite nicely. If you look at this chart, pull back to the 50, gave a nice doji candle, and when it broke that low, especially after the false breakout, I did not take any trades, and could have certainly rode that down some yesterday. So execution is certainly something that I need to work on. I need to find ways to get into trades better. I'm neutral bearish on the daily chart, especially after such a move yesterday, although we do have some more room to go till we reach this basically base rally down here. So neutral bearish on the daily, and if we go ahead and take a look at the 30-minute chart, start to mark out some levels. Let me clear these from yesterday. So if we look at our pre-market resistance level, I'm going to mark out that level there as our pre-market resistance, the overnight high, down to the high from basically the Asian session. If we look at my pre-market support levels, it's basically going to be the overnight low down here. And if we push further up, I like this base drop right here as an area of concern. And then further up, but we'll take a look at that as we get there. So that'll really kind of be my initial resistance up here. So I've got pre-market resistance and initial resistance levels. And if we look down here, I like the testing of all of these areas here. Let's see how far back that goes. Not very far back, so got that there. I'm actually going to take a look at it on a volume chart. It's 25,000 volume. I really like, let's see what time this was. I like this level right here.
Order submitted.
Let's not do that.
Order canceled.
We'll have that marked out. It's a decent distance away. We're going to keep the levels that I have marked out here on the 30-minute. So I have pre-market resistance and support, as well as initial support and resistance levels. It's going to be what I'm going to look out for. If we go ahead and my if-then statements as usual, if we break out above, show signs of bullishness from the internals, will be long. If we start to show signs of weakness, I'd like to try and get in short. So what I struggle with is those reversals, and the opposite is true to the downside. If we get breakouts to the downside, retests and signs of weakness from the internals, I'd like to be short, and if not, we'll look to try and get in long. So those are my two if-then statements for the morning. What are you looking at, Franco?
For me, again, it's about the dollar, and no wonder why we have such a tight range. Here's the dollar. We were saying that the dollar broke out of the channel. This is a daily, right? It's still within the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Today is the 10th trading day. Although yesterday we had a pretty nice move to the upside. Now the dollar is in a bull market right now. We were saying, signaling this channel and the breakout here yesterday. Then it continued to move up and got to the supply zone that we have here marked out. Now it's basing beautifully, right? And for me, the higher probability move is to the upside, but it's yet to see. Probably from here, right? I have this area right here. probably, yeah, it'll come back to visit this. Right, if the motor moves up during the day, I will more inclined to the short side. The yen is gotten to this sort of demand that been, you know, since June 21st, since last week. It created this double bottom. Let's see if it can hold these pivots and then go up. And if this go up, obviously I will be even more inclined to the short side. We do have such a narrow range in the equity market, so I want to show this. Let me see if I can pull up this chart. Yes. It came yesterday. It came close to this POC from a few days ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last week consolidation. Here's the POC, 11/6/22. It came in the morning at 5 in the morning, and it's bouncing back up from there. If the internals and the dollar changes and the internals confirm that we could have a move up, I will be longing. Sorry, I will be probably longing. If the internals just confirm the move down, this is the area that I'm interested in, around here, right? Also, here's the ATR extension line, so it's a high probability that if the price gets volatile later in the day. Now we had this move down. That's a very large move down. I do not expect any sort of like large move today, especially with the dollar being so sideways. So I am neutral today. Let's see what happens. That's all I got.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll be on live in a few minutes.
Later.
Take care.
Bye.